Good evening, all. Welcome to day whatever of battling the unseen forces, dark unseen forces, right? Another day of battling the dark unseen forces, which is what I was called to do, right? Battle these dark unseen forces, right? Some of them being suicidal forces, some of them being um, just threatening forces, some of them being bullying forces, some of them being intimidation forces, right? Whatever the nature of the forces are, right? So, all part of fighting the righteous war in this time and trying to maintain sanity, right? Trying to maintain sanity in this time whilst battling these forces, right? So this video is about another tactic that another strategy that they use in addition um, to the wanting to send you to suicide through playing on your insecurities, fears, these things, right? So I would have mentioned the 24/7 calling somebody dirty or anything you do, right? Anything you do, they're saying you're too dirty for this, right? Driving somebody to the point that they're so low, telling them they're finished, right? Driving them to a point that they're so low that they would want to go and kill themselves, right? So that's that. Another thing is what I do, right? So this is for people in case it happened to you too, because as I say, I believe if it's not a spiritual thing, is a case of the electronic harassment, right? So I don't know if they're broadcasting this thing worldwide, so that they will have like a mass suicide or depression going on or whatever, right? But whatever the case, just continue to be strong and be yourself, right? So that's one thing. Telling you you're too dirty for this and that, for everything, basically. So you just stay by yourself in your room all day. Don't talk to nobody, don't come out the house, right? That's what the forces are trying to do. And well, yeah, the isolation thing, which is what started during COVID, right? That is why a lot of us were against this coronavirus vaccine and the whole isolation situation, because we know what this situation is capable of doing, right? So this is just another. I don't want to know if it's a repeat of that scenario in another way, right? It might be a replay of that scenario just in another way, right? So this other tactic that they use is this um, closed door scenario, right? So they will tell you anything you do, right? That the door to that experience is closed, right? So you go to the beach, oh, that is closed. You're no longer allowed to go to the beach, right? You playing table tennis, right? That you no longer allowed to do that. You just watching a video of your song, that's closed, right? The door to that is closed, right? You just sit down, taking a glance at the TV whilst you're eating, right? The door to that experience is closed. You're not allowed to do that. You just putting on a jersey, the door to that experience is closed. You're no longer allowed to wear clothes, right? You just walking upstairs, the door to walking upstairs is closed. You no longer allowed to walk up your stairs, right? You just you playing with your dogs, the door to that experience is closed. You no longer allowed to do that, right? This is the extent, right? I can't even count the number of times that these people come in my head blasting off that is a door that is closed, right? I cannot just for you to just close door to close the experience to life, and you go and just do the worst thing that you could do to your soul and your body, right? That is the extent of these suicide spirits out there, right? That's the extent of the suicide spirits out there, right? Just before I make this video there's like, she don't know what she gonna talk about, right? Is that right? It's dark psychology forces. And I'll say something, right? I would have made a video and it would have been public some time ago, and the video would have stated, I will teach you how to manipulate. Now that I just want to clarify that, and people will say, oh, there's no need to just justify yourself because God sees everything. I still believe that you need to stand up for yourself and justify your situation, right? That incident was under heavy spiritual or technological manipulation going on at that time, right? And I will speak this and speak the truth about the situation, that I was exposed both on Facebook and in person, and the information is at the tip of your finger, right? On how to, on dark psychology material, dark psychology literature, dark psychology tactics, right? And I've come across these topics, right? I studied normal psychology in UE, right? But I've come across these topics in during while I was on Facebook, or it is easily searchable, YouTube, Google, wherever. It is easily searchable at your fingertips, right? And I have never clicked on any of these things, right? And I was explaining why that video that was made was not me speaking, but I was being used as a vessel, right? For various forces. So like I say, from the video Speak, in this series of videos, that is me addressing the situation, right? So that video wasn't of me, right? I had the opportunity to study those things. I had the opportunity to read on those things, and I chose to not to click on these things because I do not even want that knowledge into my system, right? And even if I had that knowledge, I will not intentionally use that to harmfully impact anybody else, right? So that being cleared up, right? So yeah, that is what I wanted to talk about today. Another thing is, in addition to this chosen for lust thing that I keep repeating in my head, I tell you the amount of bullshit these people keep repeating, right? So is this forcible seeking of knowledge? Now, seeking knowledge was something I always was interested in, right? And I've been doing it, right? And I've been more active at it since 2020 and so on, with this coronavirus thing and whatever, right? Seeking knowledge has always been a part of me, right? Now, I do that because this is whenever I could do it, whenever I have time to do it, whenever I feel like doing it, I do it, right? This thing now about rah 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 chatter 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 in my head, right? Blah 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 in my head, all up in my head, right? And when I click on that video, all of this is for you to seek knowledge, right? That is what it's saying, right? So all you could just shut up. On my own time, I will research what I want to research. I will research how I want to research, and I will research in what method I choose to research, right? So all you could just give people a freaking rest, let people do the thing, and stop chat rah 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 in people's head, right? And you could choose to watch this video, you could choose not to watch this video. Take care, everybody.